Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 7 of the Occult Legacy Challenge. I am super excited to be back again playing with Tabitha. And what happened in episode 6 was that she finally traversed down the very bottom floor of the secret lab and found herself face to face with the source of infection called the mother. So this introduction is going to be super short because without further ado, I'm excited to be playing. So let's get into gameplay. So everyone, I am back again playing with Tabitha for the Occult Legacy Challenge, and at the moment it is exactly where we left off from the previous episode, where Tabitha was finally able to traverse down into the secret lab and actually saw the source of infection, which is the mother. So she's back home, and what I'm getting her to do is actually investigate. I'd like to think for storyline purposes, I'm going to say that she's investigating how to create vaccines, because that is actually part of our aspiration. But to be honest, she is actually searching some programming methods, and she is also going to research about workout routines. So I'm a bit excited for this episode, not because I think there's gonna be a whole lot of stuff happening. I think I am planning for this episode to be a bit chill and laid back, and reasons being is, I'll show you everyone. So our calendar at the moment, we are actually on holiday. We are on summer vacation, so we are not working. So my plan is for Tabitha to be able to solve the Strangerville mystery during this week. But I am actually going to get her to do some preparation first. I think that is her personality. Like, for example, during the previous episode, she didn't attempt to communicate. She didn't attempt to fight the mother because she has no idea how to approach the situation. She doesn't want to get possessed in the middle of trying to investigate this mystery. So okay, so she is enjoying this song. She likes cottagecore music. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. So that's why I am getting her to do all of this. It's kind of like a Rocky Balboa montage, you know, like seeing her working on her logic and her programming and exercising, working out, because I'm pretty sure you really need to have somewhat of a high fitness skill in order to be successful in defeating the mother. Although I might be wrong completely, but if I am, as in like if I am wrong, then we'll just put it in our storyline. So, okay, all right. So she's just currently doing that. So what I might do is I'm gonna get her to make herself some dinner, although actually we're gonna clear out the vines. So Tabitha, I'd say, is starting to get really frustrated and annoyed because it's all of the vines are just popping up everywhere very frequently, and it's not letting her take a bath. Ooh, maybe we'll go for can we go, I think let's go for a high energy protein plate. So yes, I think that is going to be my plan for this episode, and I'm kind of excited because I had this idea for a few days now where I thought, oh, you know what, instead of just kind of getting Tabitha to just quickly fight the mother and solve the Strangerville mystery, no, I think she's gonna prepare herself for it. And while she's making herself a high energy protein plate for dinner, this is our aspiration, and I'm pretty sure I am going to assume that this is the last stage of our aspiration. So we want to be a Strangerville hero. So we need to vaccinate 3 Sims. So we need to create experimental vaccine on the chemical analyzer at the secret lab. Test this 3 times on possessed Sims to unlock the ability to create the infection vaccine on the chemical analyzer. Once you have an infection vaccine, you'll be able to vaccinate other Sims and recruit them. And then we need to recruit 3 Sims to help stop the source of the infection. And infected Sims will not want to assist you. So I'm gonna see whether Tabitha will be successful in recruiting Sims that she helped vaccinate. And I will also get her to recruit some of her club members, because I think she would want to be with the people that she knows as well. And of course, lastly, this is the final step. It's literally to eliminate the infection from Strangerville, and she knows that it's not going to be easy. So I'm gonna get her to, I know that she's got a book over here. Let's read this top secret inventions. And again, for storyline purposes, I think she's just researching on ways on how she can defeat the mother. And then I think I'm gonna get her to bed and we'll check back in on Tabitha the next day. So everyone, it is the next day, and just have a look at that clouds that is just hovering above the crater. And of course, we've got some people probably trying to figure out, well, I could see a van there. And I'd like to think that maybe they too are also trying to figure out the mystery behind Strangerville. And Tabitha is actually just jogging around the town, her usual routine. Although I can't quite see her at the moment. And what I might do is, for how many days and weeks now, she's just been kind of ignoring, I wouldn't say ignore, but she wasn't really focusing on the possessed Sims. Like, she knows it's there, and for some reason she doesn't seem bothered by them at all, but maybe she's just trying to hide it as well. So what I'm gonna do is, I think if she sees a possessed Sim, I think she's gonna try and communicate with them. And I think she's now realizing how bad the mother is, how bad this source of infection is. I think she already knows it, but it didn't really hit her until she went down the secret lab and actually saw that for herself. And I think she feels really, really saddened by what happened to all of the Sims walking around Strangerville. And what I'm also going to get her to do is, this is actually, come over here, Tabitha, because it's been a while. I think you're going to try and talk to the conspiracy theorist. And let's just talk about Strangerville. I think she's going to say, so Annie, I think you're right. I think all of your theories about what's happening in the secret lab is correct. Oh. Hold on. I overheard a scientist talking about needing to go to the lab to craft a vaccine to stop the infection spreading from something they called Subject B377-A. I wonder what that means. And I think Tabitha knows. Tabitha knows what this is. And I think she's also going to say, what caused this in the first place? Like, yes, I know that they're... No, she actually wouldn't say I know. I think she would say, I know that you guys have been talking about that source of infection, but what actually caused the Sims that are walking around here, and why are they possessed? Not even look like or act like they are possessed. What happened to that? And then I think Annie, or the curio shop owner, would go, it's all about this bizarre fruit. I think it contains some living spore, and I think the scientists may have planted it just to figure out what it is and didn't realize that, you know, you probably shouldn't eat it. And I think some of them have eaten it, and that's what happened. And I think Tabitha will say, and no one actually said to stop. Oh, there it is. I think she's gonna try and talk to them. Try to talk to Callan, and she's like, and no one told them. No one told them the effects of this, and to actually do not eat it. So she is gonna try and talk to Callan. So if ever, everyone, this is the first time that she's actually talking to µ, and look, they're probably trying to say bizarre fruit. Join us, consume the fruit of the mother and know peace. Okay, yeah, so now she knows about the bizarre fruits, and she is going to just prep. So again, like I said, everyone, this episode is all about Tabitha preparing for her big fight against the mother. So it may be boring because I'm gonna get her to work on her logic. I'm gonna get her to work on her programming skills as well. And I'm just trying to tie it in because logic and the programming skills are the two skills that she actually needs to level up and reach level 10 for this particular generation. But I'm just trying to tie it in the story and the fact that maybe she needs programming in order to possibly hack. Oh my goodness, why is there? Oh no. Can you please go away? I really want Callan to go, so I forgot to lock our gate. Okay, hopefully he goes and then I'll lock our gate. So yes, it may. Yeah, so sorry, I got a bit distracted. So excellent. Lock for everyone but. Okay, so I'm gonna try and tie it in, like for example programming she would need to learn in order to hack into the computers in the secret lab and be able to craft that vaccine. So and she's working out because she knows the size of the mother. She knows the size of the source of infection, and she knows that she is also going to need the help of her friends. So maybe sometime this episode we may do a club gathering as well, but it will be more of like a meeting for Tabitha and just telling them like, guys, I need your help. I need your help because of what's happening in Strangerville, and we need to stop it. So yeah, I'm super excited. There's something about the Occult Legacy Challenge, especially for this particular generation, and I think it's because part of the story is working on the aspiration, and I feel like it just makes it interesting that you're actually trying to solve something, and for some reason it's kind of making it easy for me to create conversations between Tabitha and any of the people that she asks questions with or talks to. So it's, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And also she is sweating profusely. Okay, so she feels disgusted. She needs to shower. All right, so Tabitha, come over here. And I think firstly, let's just unload and put the laundry away. And I'll get you to take maybe bath with soaks, and let's do a muscle relaxing soak. And yeah, it's gonna be really good. And I think I already have a plan on kind of like the second season of Tabitha. Like, I think in this first part of her life, she's so focused in trying to solve the mystery, and then the second part of her life will be about aliens and her love of, because it's her curiosity, and I think she just thinks that they're interesting and she wants to know more. And also she's got an alien friend, Jasmine. So everyone, I got Tabitha to go back to the secret lab and actually try and create an experimental vaccine. Although I didn't realize that you would actually have to get more spore clusters, and we actually need to have a bizarre fruit. So I didn't realize that was the case. I'm actually just trying to get her to collect a bit more now, and maybe by the end of the day she'll be able to create at least one experimental vaccine. And look at that. Everyone, I am getting Tabitha to finally create an experimental vaccine. She's collected enough spore clusters for the meantime, so hopefully this will be successful. And then I think after she makes this experimental vaccine, I think the next day she may try and help maybe Callan, the possessed sim who she talked to, because he was actually the first possessed sim that she ever talked to. And I think she's gonna try and see whether she's able to help out Callan and get him back to his normal self. Alright everyone, so it is the next day, and I am actually getting Tabitha to gather the group. One, because to be honest, I wasn't really wanting to do this so early on in the episode, but Tabitha is actually feeling sad. Like, despite being socially awkward, I think she has grown accustomed and she has grown to like this group of people that she works with and that she is in the club with. And she's been so busy trying to go to the secret lab by herself that she actually hasn't had any time to even talk to them at all. And, you know, she's trying to talk to them again about Strangerville and just say, and even, I forgot her name, Samara even said, there's so many possessed people around. Can't somebody find a cure for them or something? And I think that's when Tabitha would say, actually, I am gonna, let's see, Strangerville investigation. I think that is when... And yeah, so Tabitha will say, guys, I am actually trying to find a cure for them because I don't see any of the scientists trying to do anything about it. And I've done an experimental vaccine last night. And then Samara would say, what? No way, you went to the secret lab by yourself? And she'll say, yeah, I did, and I was there by myself. And like Samara would say, weren't you scared? And Tabitha will say, not really, because I think I'm just so determined to help these people out. And you know me, I'm always very curious, and I just want to be able to help the people out. And then Samara would say, so you've done an experimental vaccine? Yeah, I created one, and now let's just see whether there's any of the possessed sims walking around, and I'll see whether I could help them. And then she'll probably say, did you get to talk to them? And then she'll say, yeah, I attempted to talk to one, and they were telling me to come and eat a bizarre fruit so that I can, you know, be with the mother and be loved by the mother. So what I might do, everyone, is if I see a possessed sim coming or walking around, I will get Tabitha to actually test her experimental vaccine. So we actually did get that, so she successfully crafted one, and we need to test this to learn how to craft the true vaccine. I just found Callan, thank goodness, because remember, he is the first sim that Tabitha has ever tried to talk to, and she's found him. She's gonna try and talk to him again. Okay, so there's nothing still. Our eyes are open. So then Tabitha is actually going to test the experimental vaccine. Okay, so she's gonna try. Alright, everyone. So she just splashed Callan with her experimental vaccine. And did that work at all? No. No. So the vaccine seemed to cause some kind of reaction, but did not completely isolate the infection. Keep testing on other possessed Sims to see how it will react. Okay, so that didn't do anything at all. Alright, so she's gonna go back and then she'll probably tell everyone. She'll tell everyone what happened. And I think she's gonna talk about Strangerville and say, guys, so I just tested my experimental vaccine. I'm like, oh, so that's where you went to. Like, yeah, I was just there. And I've just tried it on one of the possessed Sims. Were you successful at all, Tabitha? Did it help? No, it didn't. It seems like it was able to isolate the infection, but it didn't completely isolate the infection. So it didn't do anything. And then Eugene is saying, yeah, everyone is just acting super weird, Tabitha. My friend wouldn't even talk with me, and they just had this creepy look on their face. And then Tabitha would say, so that's why I'm really trying very hard to create an experimental vaccine. And if ever, ooh, Lindsay. And Tabitha was like, so everyone, I think I'm gonna need your help soon. I'm gonna need your help because I need people. I need my friends. I need my friends in order for me to help defeat the mother. And I hope that you'll come with me and help me. And then I think everyone will be saying, like, of course, Tabitha will work with you. We'll plan together. So I'm actually trying to get Tabitha to solve hard problems at the moment, but I think it's her brain and just trying to solve how she can possibly create another type of vaccine to help everyone. And after she solves this, she is going to go back to the secret lab and create yet another experimental vaccine. So everyone, Tabitha is back yet again at the secret lab. I feel like this is becoming her second home at the moment. But she is creating another experimental vaccine. She actually went to the curio shop again because, and I didn't realize this because it seems like I didn't really read the instructions properly on how to create an experimental vaccine. But we need 5 spore clusters in a bizarre fruit. So I actually got Tabitha to go to the curio shop and buy a few more of the bizarre fruit. So I think she is going to try and create 2 experimental vaccines while she's down here. And then the next day, she's going to try and test this out again on some of the other possessed Sims. And she's going to go from there. She's going to try and solve the hard problems in life. The hard problems that are currently happening in Strangerville. So, I am getting Tabitha to try and communicate with Darlene. So, her eyes are open and she was able to create 2 more experimental vaccines yesterday. So she's going to test this again to Darlene, and let's see what the effect will be. Okay, Again, it seemed to cause some kind of reaction, but it didn't really completely isolate the infection again. So she is gonna try and look for more possessed Sims that she could potentially try out the experimental vaccine on. I think she is gonna try and talk to Barry. Okay. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, so he's telling us the exact same thing that Callan said. Join us, consume the fruit of the mother, and no peace. So we are gonna try and do this again. And see. And see what the effects will be. Okay, Eureka! The vaccine seems to be isolating the infection. Head back to the secret lab to create the infection vaccine on the chemical analyzer. So, I am gonna quickly get Tabitha to solve the hard problems, because I think this is when she's realizing it, like, oh my gosh, okay, something happened, okay, the vaccine is isolating the infection, and she is then gonna try and figure out, okay, so I think I'm gonna have to go back to the secret lab and I am gonna create the infection vaccine on a chemical analyzer again. So after she does that, after she solves the hard problems, we are gonna check back in on Tabitha, and it will be at the secret lab. So she's creating another infection vaccine, wearing her gym clothes, because she didn't have... She's like, no, I don't want to waste time in changing. I'm just gonna quickly go to the secret lab. No one is here anyway. No one comes in here, so it's fine. And I hope that Tabitha is successful with this particular infection vaccine and hopefully be able to vaccinate at least a sim this episode. Okay, Tabitha Sabine has successfully crafted an infection vaccine. Use this and other sims to vaccinate and recruit them to help you fight the mother plant. Okay, let's go back. So everyone, Tabitha saw another possessed sim. Excellent! I feel so much better. I can think clearly, and that terrible sound in my head is gone. Excellent. Now let's see if I can recruit. Let's try and recruit Harper. So Tabitha will say to Harper, I am trying to cure people like you, but I was hoping whether you would help me defeat the mother. And Harper said, secret lab? Are you kidding me? Why would I put my life on the line for you? I hardly know you. And Tabitha's like, okay, that's fine. So unfortunately, she wasn't successful. So everyone, I am gonna end this episode over here. At least Tabitha was able to create experimental vaccines, and towards the end of the episode was actually successful in creating an infection vaccine. She was able to help out her first possessed sim ever. She was able to cure at least one sim with that particular vaccine. However, wasn't really successful in trying to recruit them in fighting the mother. But despite that, that is really not going to deter her from her goal, which is one, to try and cure as many sims as she can, and also to finally destroy and fight the source of infection. And then Tabitha is actually in the gym. So everyone, I didn't realize that there was a gym in this particular save file. So I'm gonna get her to... Tabitha, come back here again. I think it's good for you to spar. So That was my fault that I didn't realize that there was an actual gym that is kind of like, what, 2 blocks from her place. So I am getting her just to, again, work out because this is her Rocky Balboa episode, you know, just working out, exercising, prepping for the fight. And that's what she's been doing, not just with working out, but also working on her logic, working on all of these vaccines, working on her programming for storyline purposes to be able to hack the chemical analyzer and computers in the secret lab. But I really hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I really love playing with Tabitha and her storyline. And I guess if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all into the next one. See ya! Bye!